Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. Okay. So basically, I just want to make this clear before, because I just wanted to get my documentary stuff up front out of the way before I talk to you about your own, stuff going on. I just want to let you know, I have absolutely no ill will towards you whatsoever. Really don't have much or any issue with the documentary. There was a few things here or there that were slightly off. We talked day one. We talked a little bit about it behind the scenes about one particular thing. Nothing there was a big deal. Everything there I was expecting. And quite frankly, since I knew this was coming, I was always planning to fess up to the WWE Champions account when I was live reacting to your documentary. I knew you were going to cover it so in depth that there was no way I was going to be able to lie about it and weasel my way out of it. You were going to pin me to the wall on that, right? So that's why I did it during the documentary. What are your thoughts on that? That the whole arc basically ends with me reacting and admitting it.
I don't know. Like the thing is with that is it was kind of like an open secret where everyone knew that you were that account, right? Pretty much everyone I talked to, it's like, oh yeah, like even I knew, like my personal belief was you were always like, down from the rafters. So for you to admit it, I'm like, okay, well, at least things can move forward a bit and people can focus on something else. I think it's, I guess, cool for the arc, if that was your question.
Right. In a lot of ways, it was kind of almost cathartic for me to watch this thing because it allowed me to see all my problems and the things that I've done wrong and to fess up to them and apologize for them. And to let my audience know, this isn't who I want to be. This is crazy. How many people can say they've had a 4-hour documentary made about them on the internet that at any moment you could open it up and see all the things you messed up in the last, 16 to 20 years of your life, right? But it was, I feel like the way you did it, because the way you do your documentaries it's not malicious. And that's a good thing, I feel. And I respect you for that. There's other documentarians out there, they're literally going for the jugular. They're trying to make you look like more of a villain for drama purposes. And I don't think you did that. And I respect you for that. And also, I'll say this. I have an issue with documentarians who they'll do the doc, but then they want to create an endless feed of content, right? And I'm going to call someone out. And I don't know if you agree with this or not. And I'd like to have your opinion on it. So Turkey Tom did a documentary about me late last year. Okay. And it was called 10 Years of Failure. And of course, I have issue with that title, whatever. That's not the problem. The problem was after it came out, he said he wanted to interview me. But come to find out, the whole thing was an attempt for him to get me on the Lalcow podcast. And he even said publicly, oh, this is a way to milk Phil for content and to keep milking him and getting more out of him. That I'm not cool with,
What I mean, Phil, I don't know where to start. Like, I feel like that title is accurate too. What was incorrect about Tom's video?
Oh, nothing. I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with
Oh.
his video at all. I'm saying the fact that his intention was to try to get my attention, to milk more content, and to basically turn me into a source of revenue. That's what he was basically saying he was trying to do, and that's what I wasn't cool with. Similar to Side Scrollers, where I had no issue with their original interview. It's the attempts to get tons of money and content out of someone after the fact when that was never really part of the upfront agreement. That's where I have issue with people. And I don't think that wasn't your attempt here with this documentary at all.
Well, I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, like, I don't know really where you're going with this, because I feel you kind of do it the same. Like, you keep the drama rolling, and that's fine. That's like, I think, smart business. I really just don't do that because I'm not like a personality. But I think on Tom's side, that if I was Tom, I would do the same. But I think even with like the crank stuff, right? You brought him back just to like insult him, and that is like drama too. You kept that kind of going the same way, if that makes sense.
Craig? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I was on the show. No, to be honest, I didn't think that interview was going to go that way at all. Okay, I really didn't. Like, I thought what was going to happen was I was going to apologize to him for lying on his show, and he was going to apologize for the follow-up where he basically made a lot of money for my detractors, and we were going to be cool. And that's not what happened. I mean, what happened, right? I had no interest in insulting the guy or anything. I mean, he told me to go fuck myself in that interview when I was being cordial. I was just asking him questions and pressing him on some things I thought were unfair. And he's the one who escalated it first. Okay. But in your case, like you said, you're
Yeah.
not that kind of person who's going to be trying to escalate. You're not going to continuously make that content. I mean, at this point, you're probably on to the next 5 projects, right?
Well, that's like the difference. I don't think like I don't see that as an issue to try to escalate. I think drama kind of keeps like the internet alive. I mean, you yourself are like getting more into like the drama sphere, which I think is good for your channel. And
Mhm.
I also like I don't know, Phil. I just don't understand. You know what I mean? I think we kind of like see things a bit different here.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and that's fine. You know, I don't think that we're ever going to see eye to eye on everything, right? But no, I just want to let you know I don't have any ill will towards you at all. I think it was a fair documentary. I think it actually helped me to grow, because I get to fess up the stuff that I had done, and you know, thank you for being fair, is what I want to say up front. Okay. Now, before we move on, because I'd like to ask you about, all kinds of stuff. Do you have anything you'd like to ask me, particularly about the documentary or my history or anything like that before we move on to other topics?
I mean, the original plan was for me to like interview you, and my main thing for that was to get you like get the confession out for the WWE champions, but that has been fulfilled. So I feel like, this is your podcast interview. You can lead it however you want. So just go ahead.
All right, cool. So there you go, guys. I give him a chance because people were saying, "Are you going to let him ask you questions?" Hey, I I opened the floor, and he seems to be cool with it. All right, okay.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.